Hey folks, welcome to Tiger Take Saturday. This is Crazy Gamer Models. I am the Crazy Gamer and I do models. How's everybody doing this fine Saturday? It is time to work on a King Tiger tank. And I've been talking about this for a couple weeks and we're finally going to get into it. It's track time. There they are. It is track time. We are finally going back to step one. We are finally going back to step one and we're going to build these tracks. I'll give you a good look at these instructions here so you can see. This is the one we're building right here. We got a lot of different pieces. So I'm going to cut a few off, show you how I cut them off and clean them up. And then I'm going to pause, get them all cut out, get them all laid out, and then we're going to start putting them together. And I'll show you how I put them together. Alright. Let's get started here. So we will take our first, I'll leave that there. We'll take our first sprue of tracks, and we can see we'll start in the middle here. We need K1. So I'll just come in here with my 1, 2, 3s, and I'll just cut it like so. Now, these do have the guide horns on them. They are, there's no sprue gates or ejection pins on any parts of the tracks. So what I have to do is cut off these ends here. And then you have a little bit of gate in between where the track pins are. Let's see here. This would be a good time for my new bendable sanding sticks. They look like they're the right width. Right here. They're definitely the right width. So we'll get this nub sanded off here. You could use a knife to do that. Just use the sanding stick right here. There'll be a review of these sanding sticks on my Patreon page. And then on this side, I'll use one of the new sticks like this. Take those nubs off evenly. Come in here like so. Sorry if some of that wasn't on camera. Alright, now that's basically the first one. So that's this K1 piece right here. So if it goes on here, does it go on like this? Yeah, I don't think it'll go like this. It will go like that. So which way do the track pins go on this? It doesn't show you. I guess we'll have to look to see how it's built. So we have K1. Oh, it could go either way. Huh? Well, I'm going to have to pause the video and try to take a look at this and figure out the way this is going to go on. So I'll be back. Alright, let's see if we can move on these tank tracks. We have our K4s, we're going to need 20 of those. We have our K3s, we're going to need 17 of those. We have our 2 K2s, and we have our K1. Now you can sit there and you can put them on individually on the jig itself. I find that to be a little difficult, so I normally start by placing them down like this. So we are going to start with this section right here. So we're going to start with this is going to wrap around here like so. That's going to go on there like that. So it needs to go like this. And we'll line it along right there, along the straight line on my cutting mat. And it'll stick just a little bit. This is an upside down piece of painter's tape. So, and then we have that. And then now we have a K3 we'll put in there. Just like that. And then we'll drop in our 4. Now if you have a little bit of cleanup you missed, just grab it before you put it in. Alright. This is what we got right here, just like that. And then you want to make sure you're nice and straight and square, just like that. And then this is important here. I just you can watch it, they pop out on you. It gets a little fiddly. I just tack it in one spot here, just normally right there and right there. I just to temporarily hold it while I get some more pieces on here. So now I need 2 more K3s. So we'll place these along with the K4s. Shoot them nice and straight. Now attack them in that spot and that spot right there. And you don't want too much glue. You'll put a little bit more glue on later down the road when you're gonna get ready to assemble them. I'm just gonna stick this on the line. Could make a jig that spaces these all out correctly, but I find that the tape works. It's just a little tedious sometimes, and that little bit of tack glue helps. Just right there, just a little bit helps hold it together. Okay, so now we have, let's mark off what we've done. We've done this section, this, and this. So we got 2, 3, 3. So now we have 3 more K3s to do. So let's see here. There's 1. There's 2. Here's number 3. A little bit missed on that one. And then let us hopefully you guys are getting the idea on this, how these go together. It could be a little bit tedious, let me tell you. Because you could do one and knock them all out here. Alright, so now we have in total here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we would come up to this piece here. Put this in place. Now add glue to all those joints. Make sure they're all pushed down. I'm going to add glue all the way across them. Now, when you do this, you don't want to walk away. You want to stay with it because you're going to have to work with these in a minute. All right. Now, we are going to take our knife and we are going to cut right there on our tape. Hopefully all the way through. We're going to cut our tape right there. Then we are going to come up here and we are going to take this. And we're going to knock those off because these don't stick well. we're going to come over here, and we are going to lock this on the jig like that, and we are going to roll this around nice and easy. Okay. Wow, this jig is not the best jig in the world. And then you want to hold that. You want to add a little bit of reinforcement to the ones that bent there, just the corners there. Just to do these corners here like so. And see where some of them are a little too separated. There we go. Now I'm going to let that, I'm going to take, a piece of the tape I have left, and I'm going to take it, and I'm going to hold it there like that. Just like that. I'm going to hold it and sit it down. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll work on another section. So I do this in sections, and I come back. When I get back, I will have this whole side of the track done, and you'll see what it looks like. And we'll put it on, and then I'll do the other side of the track off camera. So stay tuned for one more section. Okay, it's a couple days later, guys, on these Tiger Tank tracks. They have proven to be something. Let me tell you, the jig, the track alignment jig is not the best in the world. I had to end up putting tape down on my mat, some Tamiya, just the 18 mil upside down, taping down the ends and then sticking the pieces down. I believe I showed that earlier. So now we have two track assemblies, one that turned out perfect, this one right here. This one turned out just absolutely perfect. No issues with that one. This one, on the other hand, this was the first one I did, and it has many issues, many issues. It's a little loose around the sprocket, but I'm hoping when I glue the bottom piece on, and then the idler wheel keeps on falling out, so I'm hoping when I put it on the tank, it all fits perfectly. So see, this one stays together. What I did was I put ticky tack, white tack on these posts to hold these in on this one, so it doesn't move and fall apart like this one did. So, and then now, as you can see, these can be painted, and then what will happen is these pieces will be glued in just like so. Just like so, after we put in the put it on the tank. So let's take a look at the tank here. Now we have the track done, and we're gonna have to flip around here because this just shows you tracks. And then putting the tracks on step 2 and 3. But remember, issues with that, so we need to go up here to the wheel placement stage, which is step 12. We have step 12 here, and I'm going to show you what we have here. We have, this is see, we got, this one is 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so this is the A, 19, and 20. This is part C, and then this is part D. So the C's go on the inside here. So we'll take our cover off our tank, and we will go ahead and pop it off of the stand here. Put it off of the stand. And now normally you'd want to paint and weather all this, but we're going to just move on ahead here. Now you can't put the drive sprocket on yet because of the fact that you have to put it on with the tracks. Now we're just going to place these C's, which are, yeah, these right here, C's, with, it appears they go like this on the outside here. So that goes there. That goes. Yeah, there we go. They only fit on the right ones, so. There, and then we'll come over here and we'll put on those like so. These are your D ones, they're outer laced wheels. And now we have the wheels on. Let us flip back to step 2 to see how this track would go on. And we're not going to totally put the track on right now, so we need this track here. So this one is this one. So this one is a little on the loose side, so we could just put these on like so, and then maybe feed. Oh, I have to put the idler wheel. I'm off camera here. Yep, I'm off camera. Hold on, guys. I was off camera. Sorry about that. Okay, so eventually, I'm going to glue these wheels on eventually here. Another wheel is missing. I'm going to fit this one on there right now. Okay, so we're going to take this idler wheel off again, and we're going to put it. Okay, this is going to be that kind of day, people. I may have to glue these on off camera, but I just want to try to demonstrate this. Alright, so that's that. They're all locked in there. And of course. Okie dokie. So we're going to try this one other way here. We're not going to put on those D wheels. We're going to put this in here like so. That like that. then that. Oh, that's not right. Now, there we go. There's that section. And then we would put in this section here. Right there. And then glue that up. And, oops. Yeah, just like this. There's a no, there's no track link. We may be one link short. This has got, yeah, this side has got some serious. There we go. There it lines up now. So there was some lineup issues. So that's basically how they're going to go, and they're going to get glued on there like that. So we will get the tracks glued on, and then that is going to be that. And then in next week, Tiger Tank Saturday, we'll have all the tracks and wheels on, and then we will move on to finishing the upper hull and moving on to the turret. And then hopefully we can get some yagged Tiger stuff done also. Some more interior stuff and some painting. So it might be all yagged Tiger next week, but this is going to do it for this week's episode of Tiger Tank Saturday. I know it was all about tracks. They're tricky. They're a pain in the butt sometimes. But once you get there, they end up looking good. They sag right. They line up good. So other than the default, the jig that's a little iffy, and positioning and the instructions, they're not too bad. I've seen worse tracks. Individual guide horn gluing on, I think, is worse than this section. Gluing some of them together, like gluing this piece in between the tracks, it tends to fall and be a little iffy. But other than that, you know, it goes pretty good. And I'll give you a follow-up on how it all glued together next week's episode. So, you know, see you next week for another Tiger Tank Saturday. Be sure to check out Panther Tank Sunday tomorrow, when we're working on a Panther tank. So, take care, guys. Have a great day.